Friends, I'm Odidishan. Welcome to my channel. Today I am going to show how to make a wind gym. Before starting the video, please subscribe and like this video. Now let's begin. Now first let's mark it on a cardboard and cut it. First I'm going to make Saturn wings. After making this, now let is cut in the middle. Now friends, I am finished cutting. See, there is a lined hole. After this, we have to cut all the planets in shape. I cut down Sun, Mercury, many other planets as per your size and shape. You can cut how you want. Now, after this, I even cut it for, and after this we have to make paper. I used it in waste paper. Now let's mark it. After marking it, now let's cut it. After cutting that, now let's stick it. I am sticked now. This is the ring of Saturn. After fitting this, I made a Saturn planet. Now let me put this inside the ring. Completely fit this. And don't forget to subscribe my channel and like all my videos. Now it's completely done. Saturn is done. Now let's begin with painting. Now let's paint. First let's paint Sun. For Sun we need white, red, orange and yellow. We can also not use red, but I'm using here. Now let's begin. Now I mixed all the colors. Now let me paint the Sun. The painting of Sun is completely over, both front and back. Now for this we can add white color and little bit of brown and do the painting same for Mercury. Brown and white color, I completely painted Mercury. Now let's keep it for drying. Now it's completely dry. After this, now let's take brown color paint. In brown color paint, let's dip our paintbrush little bit. And at the sides, corners, let us add brown color like this. And you can do many more like this. Because Mercury is a little bit hot, but not hot as Venus. And this will be the almost same of model of Mercury. Now still the paint is left. Now let's do Venus. I thought that it's reddish color. Now let's do Mars first. So for this, let's add red color. Little bit for this. Now let's mix this properly. Now this is the model of Mars. Now let's paint it. Now I completed painting for Mars. For this looks little bit not complete. For the finishing touch, little bit of brown color. Little bit, not the gaps. Little bit. And this is our planet Mars ready. Now let's do Venus. This is the model of Venus. Now let's paint Venus. For this I thought let's add colors for this only. And I am putting brown. For Venus we need more brown. And Venus is little bit hard to do, but not so difficult. Now let's paint the model of Venus. We have to paint Venus lines. See here, we have to paint like this because we have to add more colors for this. Let's take little bit of brown also and add on this. And little bit under that. After painting brown, let's take white and paint the rest part. With white. After coloring white, for the last touch up of Venus, little bit brown and little bit on the surface of white. You can use also the colors of your wish. Now Venus is ready. Now let's begin with Earth. For Earth, we have to draw the countries' continents. Next, we have to color it with light green first. Completely colored Earth. Forest. Now let's do water. For water, first let's color it with white color everywhere. After this, now let's use blue paint. Finally paint it properly with blue color. It should be more watery kind of, because it should look realistic. Paint little bit on the Greenland also, because this will mark the rivers and ponds. Finally, Earth is over. Now our next planet Mars is also over, because I thought let's do Mars first for Earth. Now let's start with Jupiter. This is the model of Jupiter. Now let's start now. First, with the same color that time I showed you, make it at the last. Not completely, but at last. Little bit. And also little bit at the top. And for the great hole, which is the storm in Jupiter, I'll make this. Now we need little bit of white color paint. Now let's paint it. Let's take little bit of orange shade, mark it here. Take little bit of blue, and again orange. Paint a layer here. This is over now. Let's keep it for drying. Little more process is there with Jupiter. Now let's do with Saturn. Now let's take it orch yellow and first paint it at the bottoms. Now let's again take orch yellow and paint it at the side of the rings. Make lines with this. The maximum of Saturn will be made up of orch yellow. The exact color of Saturn is not orch yellow, but the color of Saturn is very different, so we are not able to make the color, so this can be used instead of that. At the top of the Saturn, paint it with orch yellow. Also with bottom, paint it with orch yellow. Leave little space. Do not use orch yellow there. You have to make it thick orch yellow, not like liquid colors. Now this is over. Now let's come to this side. As per the same as that side, so I'll not show that. After this, let's take little bit blue. Blue should be in a liquid form. Not so much, paint it little bit. Even on the planet after rings. Now even this side of the rings we will paint. You may wonder that why I left so much of white space. I'm going to also use another color. The work with blue is over. Now let me use white. White, I am going to use it in center of blue and even those sides. White gives a very different shade for this Saturn planet and very important also. Make lines with white, which will also interfere with blue. Completely shade it now. It don't exactly looks like Saturn, but almost looks like Saturn. And doing so much exactly is not possible also. Now again white this side. Paint it well. Now our Saturn is completely done and let's keep it for drying. I thought to do Neptune first before Uranus. Now let's begin. First you have to take white color and draw strips in between. Strips lines. Now let's take blue color and completely do between. This is liquid, more liquid, because Neptune is mostly light. Now this is completely completed. Now let's start with Uranus. For Uranus, first we have to paint as same the white strips. First let's paint with blue, because the color of Uranus is not exactly of green, it's mixed with blue also. Now let's take green color and paint on the blue color strips. Now finally all my planets are completed. Now let me make holes in every planet. Now after this I am going to punch with a punching machine which makes a hole. There is a hole. Now I punched all the planets and made a hole. I used a puncher. If you had any needles or anything else, you can use that. Now I'll take the thread. After removing this, clearly I have to put it inside. Pause. Now this is sun. I tied the rope thread for this. Now we should tie it for hanger. This is the hanger I used for. At the starting, I will tie. Completely, the wind chime of solar system is completed. I used a hanger for tying all the planet models. First, here it is sun. After doing, I thought yellow will be better for sun and it looks bright also. Sun, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. This makes the solar system wind chime. Thank you for watching and please subscribe my channel and please like the video.